What's going on YouTube? It's Miguel Losada, and with the release of Apex Legends, EA's free-to-play Battle Royale game that's come out, I wanted to give my input and kind of see. I asked in a few different social media platforms what people wanted to change and such, and this is what I've gathered mostly. This actually first one I didn't see, so I was pretty surprised, but I don't think people are looking. It's new, it's fresh, a lot of people are just enjoying the game right now, but again, none of these are ranked 1 through 5 of importance or anything. I actually think the first one and the third one I'm going to talk about are actually pretty important, but I didn't want to give it like a 1 through 5 like ranking. But when it comes to the packages, so when it comes to the listings, they are actually put in packages. I listed them as packages just so you guys have a kind of sort of like overall, okay, this is what they need to do in this area, right? So the very first is a theater/photo mode. So a lot of games have theater mode, Black Ops, Fortnite, a lot of other games have theater modes in the past. Photo mode is something really big on PlayStation with Spider-Man, did it really well, The Last of Us, things like that. I think the game would benefit from this for a lot of different reasons. One, it will make it good for social media content. A lot of people like to create fan-made posters, but even just post that they just might find something funny and they can do a photo mode or selfie mode or something. That would be pretty much something that you would be looking for in return for doing this type of package. But also the need for theater mode is for content creation, and it's a must. A lot of people are going to want to be able to replay what they're doing, maybe looking out on third person or another camera or drone camera, kind of sort of like Fortnite, or have other type of cameras when it comes to montages and stuff. And HUD removal option would be big as well. Even if they don't bring a theater mode, but they move a HUD removal option, that'll be pretty good, because a lot of people just might want to do skits and also just take certain screenshots where you could just maybe just press L3 and R3 down and it removes the HUD, or it does a photo mode type thing. That would be great for this game, only because again, for content, you want people still talking about your game, you want people creating content, you want influencers to be able to support the game. So I think this is probably one of the important ones, and I was pretty surprised. I didn't hear a lot about it, and it's something I thought of right when I started the game. I was like, man, I just got this cool two-piece, and I wish I had a different angle, or if I wish I could have removed the HUD at a certain point, you know, take a picture to 2-eye down, I don't know, something, right? But it really doesn't give you that option, right? So right now, I think it's launched, it's polished, they did a lot of good things, but this is just one of 5 things that I think they could possibly improve on, and that's pretty much it when it comes to the theater mode package. Probably the content creator package, right? I think that would be a better name for it. But the next one is, and I don't want to call this esports package, but it kind of sort of is the competitive package. You need some type of better spectator mode options. I understand why you don't want to give too much when somebody's just been down. They might give up too much info and stuff. But a commentator mode possibly when you are able to join, or actually just probably just view another match. This will probably tie into custom matches and servers as well. This would probably just be a whole package in together when it comes to commentator mode. So they're doing the Twitch Rivals thing this, I think next week, right? Next week they're doing it. It's a tournament with a whole bunch of influencers, but you have to see how they actually execute it. They might actually already have it, and that's when they're going to release it or tease it, but you have to see how well they actually execute that tournament on Twitch Rivals. But the last part of the competitive package would be like a rank mode or some type of like ranking. I know right now like levels, and then you get to show your stats on your banners. That's cool, but some type of rank mode maybe where you get, after 3 matches, you get placed in a certain tier, and then you go up against other people in that tier, right? So it kind of sort of just ranks. So, you know, the elite players can play against the elite players, the really bad players can play among themselves. This way, it keeps it really competitive and really, really fresh for you going forward. Cross-platform package would be my third item. Now this one I think is up there with theater mode. This one I heard a few things about, but I really didn't hear about. Everybody wants cross-platform between all systems for playing, but for me, I think purchases should be unlocked globally between all platforms. So what that means is if I'm playing on PC and I open up some crates or Apex crates, whatever they're called right now, and then I go to my PS4, I should be able to have those same items, right? So they didn't launch this way. I don't know if they can somehow go forward this way if they want to, but I think this would be really, really good for them. I really want to spend money on the game a little bit more, but I'm hesitant because I play mostly on PS4, but I have more friends that are playing on PC right now. And then, yeah, so it's a weird situation to be in when it comes to purchases. I don't know if they've changed it in the last day or two, but when at launch, I noticed that was something that was completely not synced, and I think they would benefit from having something like that synced completely, just overall. Obviously, having cross-platform game playability between different players and stuff is big. It'll open up more people playing and just kind of sort of just open up the whole thing. But I think purchases unlocked globally would be really good as well. The playlist package. So this is basically just everybody's asking for it. Solos, duos. I think quads are coming because if you look at the character selection, it says 1, 2, 3, and it takes up a fourth of the screen. It doesn't take up like each number doesn't take up a third like the loading screen does. The loading screen takes up the whole screen at the bottom while your character selection, but on the actual characters it does 1, 2, 3, and then there's still that slot for number 4. So quads could be coming. I don't see why they wouldn't do anything like limited time modes like Fortnite did. Snipers only, shotgun only certain classes, maybe dropping in with ninja knives automatically, something to mix it up, different modes. Obviously these modes probably wouldn't stay long, probably every other week rotating one in and out would be pretty cool. Keep it fresh, and then that way you give the players something else to do when they get bored of just 3s versus 3s and such. So, that's something else I think would be very helpful. Right now playing with randoms isn't too bad. It's not too bad. The only weird thing right now with me is like it'll start with 3 and then somebody drops out and then it's like, okay, great, now it's just me and this person, and then it just happen to be that one person that always never wants to go where you want to go, isn't really listening to your pings or nothing. So that becomes a little bit weird, and then it becomes frustrating, right, when basically you're playing solos anyways. So I think ranked mode, again, playing with like-minded players and skilled players will probably help with this as well. But obviously opening it up to solos or duos would probably help out overall. And then the last one, which it's pretty lengthy, it's a pretty big package, but it's quality of life. This is just a whole bunch of things I've gathered. I'm pretty sure the devs have seen it, but this is things like ammo removed from backpack slot, to ammo percentage increase 5-10%, option to stay together with team once you've played with randoms. So this is all quality of life, I think, for the game, for longevity. More achievements. People want more achievements, which I think is totally possible. You could probably just do that with seasons. Every seasons that they launched, I believe it starts March 1st, there's first season. So then you can see what they do, what guns they unlock or they feature and things like that. I don't think any new Legends dropped the first season, but either way, you can just get prepared for maybe achievements with that. So that's probably already planned. Week-long store time is too long for items, maybe 72 hours. Start prepping more content for sure. They're not ready for this. If they've already planned, like, okay, we have 20 weeks worth of content right now. They probably just have to shorten the time. I like to go to the store, but when it's the same thing and you're like, okay, it hasn't updated yet, I think they're just taking a little bit too long on this one. Maybe they shorten it to 72 hours or maybe kind of sort of change. I like the exclusive thing where you buy something, then you need the other currency to actually buy the exclusive one. That's pretty cool. But maybe open up more pages or change the hub in a way where there's more options. But I think that's just right there. I think you have a really good chance of getting some pretty cool stuff out there for people, giving people, again, more content. So you want to give people content to talk about your game. So you want new sites covering the new skins, you want all these guys. You basically, and it sounds bad, but you just want to follow what Fortnite has done when it comes to content and how often they do it, because that way everybody's always talking about it, wondering when it's going to update and things like that. So and then obviously people want more loot drops or chances of getting something rare, more ammo or spawn of items. I think this is just kind of sort of an early screen for help when it comes to the community. They might not know where to look for things. I found a map, and once I found a map that told me where high tier loot is and this and that, I used those areas and started getting way better weapons. So I think right now it's just a learning curve on when people figure out where to go and how to go, things like that. But overall, really well polished games. Those are my 5 things. We're just going to go over them real quick again. So remember, we have the theater mode or theater photo mode package, which should have been the content creator package, the competitive package, which covers basically everything you want from esports standpoint, the cross-platform package, which again, I think the biggest thing is purchases syncing in between all platforms. I think this would be huge for EA to do if they did it and then it came out for things for like Ultimate Team and other games they have. Because if you could know that, all right, if I spend X amount and have this team on PS4, I could go to Xbox and play with the same team, I think more people would be willing to spend more money on these modes and stuff. And then we have the multiple playlists, or just, you know, different, opening it up to different playlists. And then overall, again, the quality of life. So let me know if you guys think I missed anything big. I think this covers most of it. I really haven't seen any big game-breaking bugs. I know there's the whole shuttle one that if you're recovering somebody, you guys both get sucked out of the moving shuttle. I think they're probably just going to fix that pretty soon. But other than that, let me know what you guys think, what you guys like about Apex Legends, and hopefully see more videos from me. I'll be streaming it a lot on my Facebook, so make sure you guys check that out. Take it easy, guys. Signing off.